Thanks for having me on. You must have been either desperate for a guest or just bored, and you're like, we need to fill some time. So let's get.
Yeah, I told Sam, I was like, Sam, we got to get some more juice on this show. So we got these country musicians and athletes, and
boring.
Hey guys, Josh Mancuso here. You're watching Like a Farmer.
Hey y'all, it's Pat. Welcome to another episode of Like a Farmer. As always, every single Wednesday, you can catch me on YouTube or wherever you listen to your audio podcast. Today, you want to talk about somebody you see every time that you turn on any social media, Josh Mancuso. And he's a different person every time you see him. But Josh, I am excited for you to just be Josh today.
Just me, man. Just hanging out, being myself. Pat, thank you for having me.
Yes. Cheers, baby.
Got it. Cheers. Outlaw Light. I'm excited.
I don't even know where to start, Josh. Like, number one, your content is unbelievable.
Thank you.
So I want to just, at what point were you like, hey, this is what I'm going to do? Like, was the first video, like, take me back to the first video of like, okay, I'm going to try this out. And like, at what point was this first video, and was social media, like, what was the hot thing in social media? Like, was TikTok a thing? Was it just Instagram? Or like, take me back to day one.
Yeah, I think TikTok maybe was around, but I wasn't really on there. I wasn't doing social media videos or anything at the time. So like 2020 around COVID, like so many people started doing stuff online.
Yeah.
But I'm an actor, so I signed with an agency years ago, and was doing some small time kind of acting work on the side, right? And then was like, I got to do something. I'm getting old here. Like, I got to do something, like break out. And like, I live in East Tennessee, for goodness sakes. Like, we're, not really a bustling entertainment industry out there in Northeast Tennessee. So I was like, I got to figure out a way to do this on my own. Like, I got to make my own way. So I started doing some comedy videos, just like some situational stuff, right? Just like goofy stuff. It was all right. Just with like the small following I already had of friends and extended friends and just like other people. It did, it was all right. And then I kind of struck gold when I did my first football related video, which was in January of 2021. I did a video the day that Tennessee fired Jeremy Pruitt as their head football coach, and before they had announced Josh Heupel. So I was like, I got an idea for it. I'd done a handful of videos that were okay. I was like, all right, I'm going to do something. So I wrote it in one day, shot it and put it out, and that's the first time I crossed like 100,000 views. It was like, I was like, oh my gosh, like, that's cool. Like, this is big. And it was like, I was this coach character I created called Coach Lance Decker. And he was like the new head coach at the University of Tennessee. So I did like a press conference with myself, like, and I played the parts of the reporters asking him questions. And he was like this middle school football coach that had never lost a game. He was 150-0, and he's won like 10 straight district titles or whatever. This is ridiculous stuff. And it like hit so big with Tennessee fans. I was like, all right, that's cool. So I kind of kept doing, I was behind the camera, I had my own production company doing like some behind the camera stuff. So I was doing that anyways, and doing this on the side. And then, so about a year later, I kind of got back into the football stuff, and I made my first video around like college mascots. And I was thinking, what else, like, my father-in-law, he was an Auburn Tiger, like he was Auburn grad, and he was always yelling War Eagle, And I'm like, I was like, why don't you yell Go Tigers, like a regular person? He's like, no, we don't yell Go Tigers, we yell War Eagle. I'm like, well, that don't make any sense. And so I just give him a hard time about that. So I made a video like of like the committee of the people that came up with, this is going to be our mascot, And so it was three guys like back and forth playing the part, and so. Yeah, that's how it started. And
then you were like the college mascot guy.
That was it, man. Yeah, that one hit 1 million views, and I was like, oh, this is great. People love it, and I love football, so let's keep going. So then, I did Ohio State, I did Tennessee, Alabama, Ole Miss. Like, it just kept going, and just kind of became the college mascot guy.
I love it. It's cool to see, and we talked a little bit before we came online. It's like, we celebrate this lifestyle, and one of those pillars that we celebrate is sports. And when you think about sports and like domination in that industry, it's college football.
Yeah.
Like, I was so pumped for you to come on the show. I'm like, yeah, man, Cuso's coming on the show. And you were known, and the people were like, well, show me some of his videos. And like your college football video, like the fan base that's in college football.
Yeah.
I mean, that's loyal. I mean, especially in SEC football, wouldn't you say? I mean,
100%. And I do get people though who are like, when are you going to do more like Big Ten stuff? And I'm like, so I started doing some. I've done Michigan and others. And so there's like a little bit of a fan group up there for sure, but there's nothing like the freaking SEC, man. It's like those people are ride or die with their teams.
Why do you think that is?
I think there's some kind of like Southern pride thing going on, right? Like that's because it's like you will cheer for another SEC team when they're playing another team out of a conference, right? Like, so if you're a Tennessee fan and Florida plays Ohio State, so many Tennessee fans will pull for Florida to beat Ohio State because they're like, SEC, man. You know, I don't think that happens in other conferences. You know what I mean? Like,
True.
Ohio State's not pulling for Michigan to win anything, you know? So I don't know. I think there's some kind of Southern pride thing going, but SEC fans are the best, man. They're really, really cool. They've been a lot of fun. You know, I think everybody can like make fun of themselves, right? That's been the coolest thing is I can kind of make fun of everybody and everybody's cool with it. They're like, oh, we know that what we do is stupid. Like Texas A&M, you know, they do. We gig them and they hold their thumbs up and they say, you know, they got all kinds of weird traditions and they know it's weird. So it's fun to mess with them.
You think there's anything weird about my Florida Gators or?
Not really. Like they've been the hardest to like. I literally spoke to a group of SEC compliance officers because my life is really exciting. And that's the kind of stuff I get invited to. And so I'm talking to a bunch of and I was making fun of every team, and I didn't have a whole lot of jokes for Florida. I was like, I mean, first of all, they just won the national championship in basketball. So I was like, there's not much I could say there. And, you know, I don't know. They got a lot of work to do with football. You know, baseball. How are they good in baseball?
You know, won the Natty probably 5 years ago now. But
oh yeah, okay.
I mean, they've been making some appearances. There's always like Sully's always keeping them pretty solid.
Yeah,
I mean, it's an all around school. I mean, yeah, you know, football, basketball, baseball, golf.
Yeah,
I'm gonna give my golfers a shout out. Won the Natty 2 years. Excuse me, 2 years ago. So, you've done some stand up comedy.
Yeah.
So I want to really dig in because one of my favorite things about you execute the skits, don't get me wrong, but it's the creative mind to come up with this shit is just unbelievable. Like, where do you even get that?
Man, writing is one of my favorite things to do. Like, I love writing. And people always ask me, like, you know, what it takes to pull off one of these videos where I'm playing all the parts. I'm like, honestly, the writing is what takes so long, right? But what's your process? Well, you know, where do you write? I'm like, in the shower, in the car, you know, I just coming up with stuff all the time. And then finally I sit down and, you know, hammer it out. But, you know, filming it doesn't take that long. You know, it's, you know, an hour, you know, to film. And then I edit some of my stuff and I have an editor edit some as well. And then you're looking at, you know, maybe half a day to edit. So like writing, man, is everything. I don't know. I was always a good writer, like in school, like coming up, like in high school, like I won writing awards and stuff. Like it just was naturally good. I liked it. I liked English, you know? So like, I even wrote for some newspapers after college. I was editor of the sports editor for my newspaper in college. Like I just always been around writing and just liked it. So, it comes natural to me. So I don't know, man. I like to look at things like that don't seem like they make sense. Even if they do make sense, how can I make it feel like it doesn't make sense? And that's why the mascots work so well. And even the trash talking I do between the teams, going back and forth, you know, they're just kind of picking at each other and picking out different things that are odd about each school. So I don't know, man. Who knows what's going on in this head, bro? Like it's a, I mean, every day. I was telling Walker Hayes actually earlier. We were together, and I said, you know, it's like a curse. I've heard Jerry Seinfeld say this before. It's like a curse. It's like you know, you can't enjoy anything because you're always looking for a joke in everything, right? So everyday things like you're doing, it's like, well, that could be a joke. How can that be a joke? You know, and he was saying the same thing with him. It's like that could be a song. Like, how can I make that a song? So I think it's just you just never turn it off. You know, you're just always thinking of how would this make a really funny video? How can I put it together in such a way that it's a banger?
You've been killing it.
I appreciate it, man. It's been fun. It's been cool.
I play a game on this show.
Oh, I love games.
Okay, good.
Let's go.
So this game is called Give 'em the Boot, presented by TECOVAS. Now,
all right.
I did something a little bit different this time because I'm super pumped to try out this new product from TECOVAS.
Okay.
Give 'em the Boot, presented by TECOVAS. Now, something different here. These new little slip-ons, perfect for a little college game day.
Yes.
Okay? Now, There's 4 questions in here.
All right.
You can answer all of them, and we have a happy day. We move on. Now, if you give one of them the boot, means you don't want to answer. That means you have to answer the other ones, okay?
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, it's a great game.
Yeah, it's a great game.
You come up with this?
I did. Give one the boot. Presented by TECOVAS.
Well, thank you, TECOVAS. Sorry. So do I look at all of them?
No, you just choose, go one by one.
One by one.
Yep. And if you want to give it the boot and not answer it, that's fine. But hopefully you want to answer all of them.
Yeah.
That's what the people want.
I'm a man of the people. You know?
I know you are.
You know? So, all right. Favorite college mascot. That's good, man. Let's see. I mean, it's hard to go against the Oregon Duck. I mean, he's like a cute little duck, but he rides a motorcycle, and that's been like historically, I think, America's favorite college mascot from what I've seen. I like the Oregon Duck. I would also say Uga from Georgia.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, he's got his own little place down there on the sideline, right next to the cheerleaders. You know,
He knows what he's doing.
he knows what he's doing. He's hanging out down there. He's got the best view.
Yeah.
You know, as a Tennessee Vol, you know, can't go wrong with I guess the Davy Crockett, the frontiersman,
Yeah.
I suppose. Which West Virginia got a frontiersman as well. So you get, but yeah,
Yep.
I've gone too far. Look, yes, one. I've given you 4
The
already.
duck. So we go with the duck.
We'll go with the duck. I mean,
Badass thing.
he's pretty cool. The USC Trojan, also the pretty cool.
All of them are just.
Yeah.
Which ones suck? How about that?
Who's the worst college mascot? Like, okay, so the Michigan Wolverines is cool, but they don't have a Wolverine. Like they don't actually have a mascot.
Yeah.
They just call themselves the Wolverines. It's like, well, where's your mascot? You don't have one.
They should go and just get a legit Wolverine.
Claws and all, like the whole deal. They just, you know, they're everywhere.
That's a great point. If you're gonna have a mascot and claim, you better have something out there.
You know, real
around. Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely. Okay. So what about you? Do you have a favorite? The gator? I mean,
I love
the alligator? Yeah.
obviously, but let me not be biased for a minute.
Okay.
I would go. God dang it! What's the Longhorn?
Oh, Bevo.
Yeah, Bevo.
Bevo Lower. Yeah.
I'm going Bevo, man.
Absolutely. That's a
Dude's
good.
a tank, just
Sure.
walking in there ready
Yeah.
to just mess something up.
You remember when he went after Uga?
Yeah,
That
that's
was
like
awesome.
some major beef that still. I mean, they have to decide which one's rolling in, which one's not. If they're both in there deep, you got to keep them away. Like,
Yeah.
pretty interesting.
Yeah, be there at the
beef
same
they
time.
have, yeah.
Yeah. USC's mascot, I mentioned the Trojan, is that the horse is the actual mascot. But the rider,
Knight.
the knight is like
Yeah.
the bonus. So I don't know how they did that, but supposedly that's how it works. All right. Number 2. Here we go. Favorite video you have created. Definitely proud of that Tennessee mascot video. I think that was kind of the one that cemented me in the hearts of Tennessee fans all over the state. I mean, I like that one. I think just because, you know, I was wearing the mullet. Have you seen me wear the mullet? It's the mullet wig. Yeah. The mullet's good. Randy is his name. And, so that one has been, I think, one of my favorites. You know, there's just, I think the part of like, you know, my mullet guy, he's like, you know, I wrote a song, like maybe we could use that as our, you know, theme song, as our, you know, and he's like, what are you talking about? And so he hands him the piece, you know, the napkin that he wrote it on, and it's like, you know, half bear, the other half cat. Like, you know, what kind of redneck shit is this? You know, just like a really, like just a great exchange there. I think that was kind of a moment where I felt like I had something in my back and forth between my characters. It was like, it's easy for everybody to get kind of like one dimensional when you're performing or writing these things. It's like, you know, deliver a line, and then the next character delivers a line, and then like it just becomes very stagnant. So I think that was a video that I kind of started interacting with the characters more, where it was like I was doing reactions a little bit more as this guy was listening to what the other guy's saying, you know, and he's like mouthing back to, like, there's more like cohesiveness to it. Does that make sense?
100%.
Yeah, rather than just kind of like, you look at my earlier videos, I wasn't doing that as much. It was sort of a, you know, again, line, and then there's like a little bit of a pause, and it's like other guy's line, and it's like it's not seamless. So that was one where I really felt like I kind of started to, I guess, get that going, and plus just being a Tennessee fan, I think that was good. I also did a
That's who you like claiming. You're a big Tennessee.
I'm a big Tennessee fan. Yeah, I love the Vols, man. Yeah, I grew up in Tennessee and love.
Are you mad that your QB just left out of nowhere?
We just got Nico'd, didn't we? I don't know, man. I think we got a new one coming in, and I'm like, hey, let's just go. I don't. I'm fine with it. He's got to do what he's got to do, and there's all the reports of how it all went down. I'm like, I don't know anything. We don't know anything. We think we know, but I mean, we don't know what all was going on. So I mean, it's meant to be. It's fine. Go be, going back out to UCLA. He's from California, so he's going back to home to an extent. So, his brother's going there too. Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of weird, but I think he's good, so he'll be good wherever he goes. Yeah,
It's a good take.
What's other? Oh, I did a video this past year.
You got to do a Nico video now that I'm really thinking.
I know, man. So many people told me that, and like I haven't gotten to it, and just haven't done it. But we'll work it in. Even when we get to the fall, like when I'm doing videos this fall, like we'll still be throwing.
Is that like your busy time?
Oh my gosh, yeah. That's when it's just sort of. I went bananas this past fall. I was like way too aggressive with like how many videos I was going to do, but I had some great sponsors, and so I felt like I needed to deliver for them, and I think I did. And we did a lot of like I call them fan versus fan, right? So Georgia versus Texas when they played, and Tennessee versus Alabama when they played, and Oregon versus Ohio State when they play. Like and so fall is nuts, yeah.
And are you taking any comments that you get and using that for creativity? Like if I say, yo, do a Buffalo Bills video, like are you doing one? Or
yeah, I mean,
some fan takes?
Pat, I have a running list of like that I keep of
ideas of
yes, yeah. So when people say I put them up there because I'm like that would be a good one. Yeah, still yeah, I get people randomly that I meet out places, and they're like, "I love your stuff," and they're like, "You know what you should do?"
Yeah,
and I'm like, "Oh, well, please tell me." So
please see. Let me tell you what you should do.
That's right. Hey, pull up a chair. You could be on my friend's podcast. Yeah, I mean, what was the Delta State? Yeah, Delta State was one people kept. You got to do Delta State. They're the Fighting Okra, right? So that's their mascot is a fibrous vegetable, And so that was on there. I finally did it. I did that one, checked it off. So there's all kinds of ones that people. The University of California, Santa Cruz, banana slugs. Right, another one on my list that I've started writing but haven't finished yet. So those I could do anytime. But when the season comes, it's like, all right, teams are facing off. It's college football's back, and it's like, let's get to it. So yeah, that's busy season. Yeah, I had the chance to work with the college football playoff committee this year, and I did a series of videos that they were involved in. And one of them was at Thanksgiving. I did a college football playoff Thanksgiving, and so I had. I must have played 11 or 12 teams representing them all sitting down to Thanksgiving dinner together. And it was funny because they're all just arguing back and forth, blah, blah, blah. And then it ends with Notre Dame sitting there, and he's like trying to eat, and he's like, I can't eat with him looking at me like that. And it cuts over to Alabama is outside in the cold looking through the window going like this because they've been left out of the rankings that week. And so it was just a great... People just love anytime you kind of give it to Alabama or somebody else, they get excited. So that was one I really liked as well.
That's awesome.
Yeah, man. Favorite video you've ever created? I love all my videos. They're the best.
They're all great.
I'm hypercritical of all of them. So yeah, Name your Mount Rushmore of actors.
Oh,
this is good, man. This is good.
I know.
This is good.
Because they lock in on this type of stuff, man.
Oh, my gosh, yeah.
Hey, y'all, it's Pat with Like a Farmer. Are you looking to add some local flavors to your recipes? Well, visit freshfromflorida.com today, where you can browse hundreds of delicious recipes that bring Florida freshness to your table all year round. Become a Fresh from Florida member for free and create your own menus. Save and send your favorite dishes and get exclusive access to monthly newsletters packed with fresh local recipes. I can promise you will be a favorite in your neighborhood. From the Florida fields to your fork, year-round freshness and flavor are just a logo away. Fresh from Florida, there's a sunshine in every bite. Hey y'all, today's episode is brought to you by Ag America, your go-to financial partner for all things agriculture. As the largest independent financial firm dedicated to rural America, Ag America is changing the game when it comes to ag lending and leveling up finance options for farmers, ranchers, and landowners across the nation. And I'll let you in on a little secret. The thing that sets this company apart from the rest is the people. They understand firsthand the unique needs of American farmers and ranchers because many of them grew up on farms themselves. They take a farmer-focused approach to finance, prioritizing relationships over transactions to help you build a stronger financial foundation for you and your family. So whether you're looking to buy land or secure working capital, Ag America has your back. Visit agamerica.com today to learn more and see how they can help you achieve long-term financial success. Because when farmers thrive, we all do.
Mount Rushmore, so like greatest of all time.
Yeah.
You think greatest actors of all time.
And throw in actresses too. I'm not trying to be sexist or anything.
Well, you're not trying to be sexist around here. Yeah. Actresses as well. But I lean actors just because I am myself
100%
a male actor. So when I look up to other actors, it's them. I mean, honestly, I'm going to start with an actor who's acting today, who's really good, who I think is one of the best actors alive now, and that's Leonardo DiCaprio.
I love Leo.
You like Leo?
He's awesome.
Dude, he's so
Wolf
good.
of Wall Street, fantastic.
Yeah.
Titanic, awesome. And then everything.
Titanic?
I went from Wolf of Wall Street to Titanic, but everything in between that guy is just unbelievable.
Shutter Island. I mean, some of the best roles.
You got to lock in on Shutter Island, but
you do.
You've got to be engaged.
You got to be engaged. I'm into. But I think he's one of the best to do it. Yeah.
Yeah. Has he ever done like a sports movie? Because that's
I don't know. He didn't.
That you'd want to make sure that these guys are. But go ahead, finish
in the sport. It was connected
like,
to
do
sports.
it all. Like I'm stealing right now, but number one of all time is Denzel Washington. Told you anything and everything.
Yeah.
Go ahead and
finish. Well, no, you took one of my four, which is Denzel Washington.
Yeah.
He is going back to Glory. You remember in the movie Glory? Just silver. Yeah. What? And the Training Day to all of Philadelphia, all the movies he's been doing. He's
the Remember the Titans.
The Titans, yeah. And the stuff he's doing now. I mean, you see,
Equalizer was awesome. All those.
Dude, Equalizer was great. He's awesome in that kind of badass role for sure. But he can also like step back and play. He did he's doing Othello on Broadway with Jake Gyllenhaal right now.
You're right.
Like how versatile do you have to be to do all these parts, man? He's incredible. I love his mindset too. Like he doesn't do social media and he believes in it's a distraction. And I tend to agree. Thankfully, people are distracted watching my videos. I make a living doing it, but he's big on focusing on your craft and
I want
going
that
after
dude
it.
to speak at my funeral. Like I want Denzel Washington to speak at my
At your funeral, yeah.
Like I love that his voice. Like you could hear him a mile away, and you know who it is.
Yeah.
That's two.
Okay, let me think. These are things I should know. I mean,
They're hard. I get it.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm thinking about like Jimmy Stewart, like going back to the old days. I like It's a Wonderful Life, The Maltese Falcon, like these old movies. I like those, and I like Jimmy Stewart. I love his voice. I can't do it. I was about to do it, but you don't want me to do it. I can't do it.
Do you know how to do it?
No.
Can you
I can try it. I could
mimic anybody that you feel really good?
What's the name of the town? What's the name of the town? And it's a Wonderful Life. It turns into Pottersville.
Seneca Falls? No, Bedford.
Bedford Falls. Yeah. He's always, and his angel is Clarence.
Yeah.
He's like, Clarence, what happened to Bedford Falls? Like that whole deal, it's a very like, I like because he harkens back to even like the 20s, like man, see, what are you going to do? See, like, oh, you're copper, right. Like just, I love, and he kind of had some of that back then in the 40s and 50s. So I don't know. I like Jimmy Stewart, for sure.
One left
on the Mount Rushmore of actors. Oh my gosh, let me think. It could easily be a tie between Robert De Niro and Al Pacino.
And you could probably put those together. I would agree with that. Yeah.
I know. I'm sure they want to have their own.
Yeah.
lane.
But
it's like
they'd be fine if they had to split one.
They'd be fine. Yeah. Talking about Heat. The movie when they face off against each other. You're talking about, The Godfather, which is one of my favorite movies of all time. If this was
He is a badass movie. My
Oh gosh.
girlfriend's dad was longtime police chief in Los Angeles, and he just showed me that movie the other day. And think about sitting next to your girlfriend's dad, who's 30-something years at LAPD, and he was saying every scene, and it was just an epic movie. Felt like I was in there.
Yeah, so good. And De Niro's still going. Like, he's still making movies, multiple movies a year. He's
still going, and TV shows.
Dan shows, yeah. And you go back to, Taxi Driver with him and all the ones that Pacino has done. Pacino's, surprisingly kind of a pretty, like, he's not really that hardcore in real life, as he is on screen. You see him as, Tony Montana and all these, guys, but he's kind of very artsy kind of guy. And, which is cool. I think that, like, the range that actors have like that are really good. A couple others, just for good measure. Christian Bale, one of the best out there. Kate Winslet on the female side, unbelievable. Viola Davis on the female side. Those are Bradley Cooper. Randomly, like, I always thought he would. You think of The Hangover, you think of other movies, but like Silver Linings Playbook.
I was about to say,
one of my favorite movies.
Yeah. He can do it all. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. I think that would be the one thing that, I mean, I'm trying to think, did Leonardo even do like a comedy movie? Like,
I just mentioned all like dramatic actors, not even a single comedic actor.
Well, Denzel, I felt like did a little bit on, well, not necessarily comedy, but he mixed it around with sport, like the head football coach, dude, killing everybody.
Okay, this one might be the one I want to. Where does Josh Mancuso see himself in 2 years? Great. That's a great question, man. That's funny because if you asked me 2 years ago, I don't know. I don't know what my answer would be. But honestly, in 2 years, I'm a believer in chasing your dreams and going after it with all you've got and visualizing it, making it happen. And that's kind of been my mantra from the beginning. And so I see still producing hopefully great comedy skits on social media because I think that my fans want to see that continue, but I'm adding in, TV and film, maybe I think in 2 years, my hope and belief is that, that you'll see me, on the big screen at a theater, or when you pull up Netflix, that you'll see whatever movie that that I'm in. So that's I mean I believe it, and I think that's where we're going. So
I love that. Now tell me, you've done a little bit in the past when it comes to acting, but and we just got done talking about these guys that have their niches or however you want to say it. Like, do you have any idea of like, hey Pat, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna do this thing, but this is where I'm gonna be the best at? Or is it just like, how does that work, to be honest with you?
Well, I mean, I think that's why I'm so thankful that I took the route I did, because I have friends that have been auditioning for 10, 15 years, right? They've done that thing and they've gotten a few parts here and there. I got a speaking line in whatever show or whatever movie, but it's like they've trained to like be actors and like and act. I would rather be like in an indie film, but I'm the lead or a supporting character where I actually get to act, and I'm not just like, hey, I had one line in this movie, I acted, but it was like, okay, it was just like you were there. You can say you were in that movie. I'd rather
you were like the guy that was like serving the cop a donut or something.
That's right.
And you're like speaking part.
Exactly. He's like, here you go, sir. Like, then that's it. Yeah, I mean, I think my niche has clearly become sports and comedy, and so I think for me, it would be kind of crazy for me to be like, I'm gonna abandon all of that and I'm gonna go make super like dramatic thrillers or like slow burn crime dramas. Like that's not. I mean, I think I could do those. I think I could be in those, but like I think it's like reality adjacent. Like what am I known for? Sports and comedy. So I think, it's like, how can we take what I'm doing right now, what people see on social media, and just take it and make it a little bit bigger so that it's on the big screen, right? So it's a feature film or something. Yeah.
I think you could have played a major role in Ted Lasso.
I would have, that would have been great.
I mean, right?
Yeah, that's a great spot.
And comedy.
Yeah. I would have loved to have been in Happy Gilmore too.
Yeah.
right? And I think that is where I see my place as far as getting my foot, more firmly planted in the door and in the room of being a great actor is to be a great comedian, and then to do that where I'm doing it now, but then do it in some movies, get some opportunities to work with an Adam Sandler or a Will Ferrell, somebody that is maybe making a sports movie. I keep hearing rumblings of, Ben Stiller is doing a movie on pickleball or a show, and I'm like, I need to get in there. Like that's where I think people would be like not surprised to see that I'm in it.
Yeah.
They'd be like, well, that makes sense that he's in that.
And do you feel like you have a head start with your social media following and what you've done? I think so.
I think so. Yeah, I think
I still think you have to be. I don't think you can be in Eastern Tennessee and get those opportunities. So
no.
So LA, you're gonna have to, either when you decide or whatever, make the full-time move or be out there more. Is that kind of is that still a thing? Like, hey, because there's a lot of, especially after COVID, like you can do this from anywhere. If you want to get those types of shots, you got to be out west.
That's true.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
you're absolutely right. You do have to be. I mean, Nashville's got productions happening here. Atlanta's got Miami. Yeah, they're everywhere. Yeah. They've got. They're building a big old soundstage up in New Jersey as well. I think Netflix is. I mean, De Niro is building something up in New York. It's going everywhere. You can live and work as a filmmaker and actor anywhere in the country, but being in LA, which is still the hub, despite productions leaving California because of taxes and all kinds of reasons, I think eventually the pendulum's got to swing back. I mean, LA is still the hub, and there's still a lot happening there. And some of the things that I'm moving out there to do are because it's there. And I think you're not going to bump into a producer for Warner Brothers in Charlotte, but you will in LA. Like the magic is still there, and it still happens there. And so you can live anywhere because you may get booked for a role in something, and they're shooting in Canada. Well, it doesn't matter if you where you live, or they're shooting in Atlanta or wherever. You just go to where the production is. But for me, it's about finding where I live. It's about finding a place where I love to live or where I want to be. It gives me the most opportunities at the same time. So for me, that's LA. So that's our big move. But the thing about like you could be an influencer from anywhere as well, right? Like, but you have to be able to act. I mean, you can't just be like, there's a lot of people like, I'm an influencer and I've got, a couple 100,000 followers, and I'm now going to go be an actress or an actor. And it's like, that can only get you so far. I mean, you've got to be somewhat talented to be able to make it. So,
unless you're on like OnlyFans or something like
correct, which I plan on doing, for sure.
This doesn't work out.
That's the kind of like last resort, but do what you got to do.
You do what you got to do.
People, I don't know what I do on there.
I don't either.
I don't know. Well, I don't know. I'm not sure what's going on OnlyFans. I've never logged in to OnlyFans, but if I can make some money, I'll do it.
Yeah,
I'll do it.
Do you think? I want to talk a little bit about hell, let's shout out Rated Red and what we're all doing in here in the Josh Mancuso Show. I mean,
how about it?
Like, what's going on? Tell me something about that. Like, what are your plans with that? How do you feel about that?
Yeah, this is the second season of the Josh Mancuso Show, which was going to be maybe a bit of a podcast type show in the beginning, but as we started forming kind of what the bones of the show, we were like, it's got to be funny. It's got to be like a kind of a comedy skit in some way, and it's not going to be like super long form content. So, it's really a show where I go and I sit down with somebody and do an interview with them, but it's a comical interview, right? So it's me asking dumb questions, being goofy. It's roasting each other back and forth a little bit, and then we do an activity together, whatever that is. So in the case of like Tony Vitello, Tennessee's head baseball coach, we did an interview, and then we went out to the baseball field and we did some stuff out there, right? So, or I did Cooper Manning, right? So the oldest Manning brother, we went to New Orleans and we did the whole interview thing. We just roasted each other back and forth. It was brutal. I mean, we didn't hold back. It was great. it's a good episode. And then we went into downtown New Orleans and just like goofed off and like rode a carriage and did things. So it's a very kind of experiential thing. We did 5 episodes in 2024. We're doing at least that many in 2025. And then we'll see what happens from there. It'd be great to package that thing up and, you see it on, your streaming services at some point. But regardless, we're going to keep putting it out there. Rated Red's done an incredible job, like producing it and getting guests and making it all happen. So that's kind of where I see that going.
Who's been your favorite guest on that show so far?
Favorite guest I've had on my show, probably Cooper Manning. I mean, they've all been great, but he was the first one. And, we did a lot of roasting back and forth, and he was just up for whatever. And there's some great moments that didn't even make the cut because, they were mildly inappropriate or they're whatever. But that one was pretty cool. Also, I think Kirk Herbstreit, he was great. Just the nicest guy ever. I mean, all of them. I loved all of them, But Cooper was he was definitely one of my favorites. Herbstreit's great, man. He's so nice. I couldn't roast him. He's too nice.
Such a nice guy.
I tried to roast him a little bit. I just kind of roasted Ohio State instead. But we played paper football, battled with and he beat me badly. So he's good at all kinds of football. Kirk is.
What do you think about social media today and like how people are utilizing it? I mean, obviously for monetary reasons, but I feel it's been a cool tool to see you use it. But like, what are all around your thoughts? I mean, because it's a very good thing, but also it can be a very bad thing.
Yeah, and it is absolutely. It's like nuclear energy. It's like you can use it to power an entire town or to blow up an entire town. Like it's how it feels. It's like it's either super dangerous for some people or it can be a tool. And I think just like anything, you have to have balance in how you use it. It's all about how you use it. And so it has been so good to me. Social media has been so good to me because without it, I definitely would not be able to continue on the path I'm on. I'd have to come up with some other ways to do it. And, I think, like I said, I've got actor friends who are still kind of doing their same bit over the last 10 to 15 years. And I'm sort of passing them up in the game a little bit. And they're like, I'm like,
that's
look,
a great point.
Social media, man. Like and I guess there's some kind of purity to like, no, I want to do it like the traditional way. And I'm like, I get that. I got started a little bit later. Right. So I don't have that, I'm in my 40s. I don't have the luxury of taking the long route. So, I think social media has been a huge asset to our world. And I think it is good. I think we need to continue using it. We just need to be able to, find ways to, make it safe, and everybody just has their own personal responsibility. You know what I mean? Like if if you're sitting and just doom scrolling for hours and hours, that's on you. That's not on social media. That's on you. You have the choice to go and do that. So I think it's good, but I think we probably give it to kids too soon. I feel like I gave it to my kids too soon, and I would do that differently if I had to do it over again. But my youngest, she's not going to get it for a long time. But my older two, they have it.
She's the youngest, and she's just
she's like, well, nothing for me.
Yeah,
just So I think, but it is look at how much good has come from the social media communities, the money that's been raised for good causes. I think what I literally have I do affirmations every morning. Like I say, it's like a positivity reinforcement type thing. And it started because I was struggling with, I do freaking social media comedy videos. Like, where's the purpose in that? Like what kind of impact am I having on the world? None. It feels like it's just all about me just being funny. And so, I started kind of, being, I guess, intentional about, understanding that what I do matters. right? And it took me a while to figure that out. I think social media can make you feel like this is kind of pointless or worthless. But I've had multiple things. I'll have someone like DM me and be like, I had the worst week. Like, just things going on in my life have been awful. Like, and I just pulled up your videos and started watching them and just laughed, and I just felt better. I had a kid that was in the hospital that somebody sent and requested a cameo from me, like cameo, the videos you do, like, and I did a cameo, and they're like, he's sick and he's in the hospital and he's like 11 years old and he has your videos memorized.
Did you charge him for that cameo?
Of course.
Okay.
No. They pay ahead of time. I don't know. Yeah. So I did the cameo. So, thanks. Did the cameo for but some kid is like, like, this is what he wants to see while he's sick in the hospital. It's like, that's my dumb videos. So like, without social media, those things will not happen. Like, there's a lot of good that can come.
That's what I'm saying. You have loyal fans, and what you're doing now, like, I'm giving you your flowers. Like, you're really good at it, but it's not something like, I mean, I feel like you could make a bunch of money doing what you're doing now too. Or is it just like, Pat, man, I just got to at least go try the actor thing.
Yeah.
Then I'd always look back and regret it. Is that kind of where you're at?
It is certainly that. Yeah.
Okay.
It's a both.
Because you're doing really good. I mean, you can.
Yes.
To your point, social media is paying.
It is.
The Mancuso Show, you could continue to do what you're doing now.
Yep.
But it's really just more of just you. Personal, like, you got to at least go try it out. I get that. Respect.
Got to do it. I got to take some bigger swings. It doesn't mean I'm going to abandon what I'm already doing.
Yeah, you're
just going to add in.
Because, to your point, I mean, it only helps you doing those short form social media things. And honestly, actors probably should get into doing that more because you get to see who they really are. It builds your brand.
Yeah.
You just mentioned it. You're kind of going like this. While actors that are still at the bottom grinding, doing fucking Walmart commercials. I mean, like, dude, get on social media. I think that's a great point.
Yeah.
Anybody you look up to in this space right now, like mentor-wise?
In, like, social media and comedy?
Anything.
All that?
Yeah, all around.
Yeah, I know. One of my favorite stand-up comedians is Dusty Slay.
Yeah.
Lives right here. Everybody loves Dusty. I mean, he's just one of my favorites. He's been doing it for a long time. He knows his brand. Like, he's really good at it. And people love him. He's a super likable guy. I really like Dusty. Along the same lines, Nate Bargatze, somebody that I've been able to, I did a video with about a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
And he's, great guy, just proof that you can do clean comedy and be successful. And I mean, it doesn't have to be clean to be good. I think there's nothing's funnier than a strategically placed cuss word. But a lot of comedians just kind of rely on cussing to make it funny. Like, it's not funny anymore if you just, like, if it's not special, what I mean? Save the cuss word for when it's special. Nate's just an example of doing it for a long time and doing it well and keeping it clean. I get a lot of comparisons to him. People every day in my comments, this guy sounds like Nate Bargatze. He reminds me, which hopefully is a compliment to him. I don't know. He might be like, geez, this guy is killing me. So those two in the stand-up comedy space, I like those guys a lot. Honestly, I get a lot of social media energy from Gary Vaynerchuk. You follow Gary V?
Yeah.
I mean, I love Gary V, man. Like, he's so motivational to me. Like, I'll be watching how you guys pumping me up. I'm like, damn, he's right. I need to get after
that wall
right
there.
I mean, get to me. So I get a lot of motivation from him in that space as well. Yeah. And I do collaborations with SEC Shorts, if you know those guys.
Yeah.
I just did a live performance in which I was with them. We've collabed on a couple videos together. So, I love those guys.
Any dream collaborations that you kind of are mixing up right now or wishing to do?
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, there's some folks in the sports space. I mean, moving to LA, I'd like to do some stuff with Matt Leinart.
Yeah.
Who has been kind of inkling into the social media space like himself. He's doing some little bits and things that are really good. And I've connected with them and hoping that we can do something together. I think that I've got I mentioned kind of like taking what I'm doing now and just making it bigger. I'm working on a script right now for a sports comedy that
like a TV show or a movie?
Feature film.
Can I be in it?
Yeah, absolutely. You can. Yes.
All right.
I got.
So after we're done, I'm gonna show you a little bit of my acting
Oh,
skills.
good. Yeah.
Give me a.
You don't want to do it now? We can do it now.
Yeah. Give me like what's the terminology?
Aligned.
Well, give me like a scenario, and I'll just.
Okay, you want to see?
I'll pop
Okay.
something out, yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Let's. All right. You are. Let's say you're an offensive coordinator for a middle school football team. Okay. And you're at practice.
Yep.
All right.
We just lost the game.
You just lost. Exactly right. You just lost this past Friday or whenever they play middle school games, and it's practice on Monday, and the guys are goofing off, and they're not paying attention, which is why they lost, because they're not focused. All right. But this is a comedy.
Okay.
All right.
So Bobby's my running back, and John's my QB. Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Good. I like it. And action.
Boys, I just got out here. You know, I had to go eat my peanut butter and jelly sandwich, light on the jelly, and I come out here and I see y'all messing around. Bobby, Saturday, you couldn't even run the damn ball 5 yards, and John, don't even get me started because I caught you in the parking lot with that girl again, and I'm going to tell your dad. So I'm going to come back to you. But team, you're slacking off, and we just got beat by Johnsonville High by 28 points. We cannot do that again. It's time to play some football.
Insane. Look at that. Good. That's bomb, baby.
Was that good?
That's what I'm talking about. You're in. Yeah, that's it. It's a done deal. That's your audition's over.
What did you think, Sam? Pretty good? Okay.
The Johnsonville Sausages. Yeah, is who they played. That's so good. I love it. God, it would be a great role, wouldn't it?
Oh, man, that'd be awesome.
Playing something like that.
That's cool, though.
You're done.
What about on the comedy side? Do you still do any stand-up?
I do, yeah. I don't work a lot of clubs. I have done the Atlanta Comedy Theater a couple times. I've done, a lot of corporate events. I get asked to come do corporate events. It's like, hey, we got 200 or 300 people for this corporate event, whatever it is, and we want entertainment, 30, 45 minutes. They bring me in, and I do that. So I've been doing. It's a great way to make money. Great way to just kind of stay in practice doing live stuff, because I've kind of tinkered with the live things. I've had my own shows. I did a show in Knoxville a year or two ago that was, we sold a lot of tickets and it went really well. So I think I will keep doing those. But it's not like you're not going to see me, every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night, working clubs in Nashville or in LA or somewhere. It'll be kind of a special event kind of thing. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I used to do some stand up a couple years ago where I would actually bring my characters on screen and I would interact with them live on screen. So I will have pre-recorded.
Oh, wow.
One of my characters, and I would go back and forth, and you got to get the timing right. It's got to be just right. If you mess up, it's like,
that's talent right there.
No, it's luck mainly, but I did it. And people did like that. So I may incorporate those when I do some live shows. Yeah.
What other cool projects and stuff do you have in the hopper right now? We're excited to talk about.
Yeah, there's I can't give too much on kind of the details, but there's in LA there's a sports show that a weekly sports show that I'm going to be part of, as long as everything goes to plan.
Good.
Yeah, it's very exciting. That should be a lot of fun. You'll hear about that
like that
yeah.
LA opens those types of doors.
It does
still.
Well, it's like, hey, we want you to be part of this. It shoots in LA. It's going to be weekly. It's like, well, am I going to fly on a plane every week?
Yeah.
I mean, I can. People do it, but I'm like, I don't want to.
Right.
And we wanted to be out there anyway, so it works out. Yeah. That's coming up. There'll be some film stuff in the hopper over the next several months and next year or so. So, yeah.
I'm pumped to see. Have you done you've done commercials and stuff?
I've done commercials, done a lot. Yeah, I've done a lot of commercials.
Which ones have you done that you just absolutely it was just awkward? And which ones did you just really like?
I did a series of Honda commercials in Knoxville that were surprisingly good, really well. They look like national commercials, but they were more regional based. Yeah. And those were pretty good, but I always felt like I didn't really know what was going on. I did, kind of got the script a lot of times the day of. It was just kind of like, oh, okay, this is what we're going to say. That's what we're going to do. But it was, did some of those. What else? I feel like when I get multiple brand deals, so I did a brand videos for like Modelo and for can I say Modelo on here with
You can't,
Outlook?
but-
Okay. You can. We'd rather you not. But
Yeah.
Holiday Inn Express, LG, like some big brands that they're not commercials, but is there brand deals that I've gotten for social media. I did several short films, like short dramatic or comedic films, and I've done one feature film, which takes place in the 1970s. I played this kind of like washed up dad that with a mustache, and
So you played like your real life self.
yeah, I just played me.
Yeah.
That's right. Had the stash. I was kind of losery, you know.
Easy.
Yeah, not funny. So it was just like my normal self. Yeah.
What's a movie that you've watched that you were like, man, I could have done that role and I would have killed it?
Oh man, that's a good question. Every movie. No, I'm just kidding. Every role. Again, I'll go back to like Paul Rudd, Adam Sandler, Will Ferrell. I'll say any of their movies, but I mean, I think I could have fit into like an anchorman role, a comedic role as a news anchor. I could fit into a movie like Grown Ups with Adam Sandler and that whole crew, right? So I see myself in those being natural places for me to go. And
We got to get you with Gilmore Productions, man.
dude.
Or
Absolutely,
Happy Madison.
Happy Madison, yeah.
That's Adams, right?
It is, yeah. He's not reached out to me yet. I don't know why. He's just sitting around, I guess.
Waiting.
He's
He
waiting.
probably has your number popped up.
He's got it. Yeah, he's just waiting for the right time.
Yeah.
He's like he's probably like Mancuso's busy. Like I don't want to bother him.
And then he'll see this show and he'll be like, now it's
I
time.
got to get him.
Yeah.
Right. This is the pinnacle, really, for me. I think this show actually is like this is it. It's all downhill from here. No, you have an awesome show, man.
I appreciate it.
Can the people see the bucks up here on the wall?
Yeah, they can. Yeah, we can see the bugs.
Good.
We got the outlaw light sign. We got some more signs to add here.
Yeah. It looks good.
You're very aesthetically pleasing, and
Yeah.
we feel good about everything.
You should. It's a fantastic show, and it's doing a great job with it, man.
I appreciate it. And honestly, man, I really just appreciate you coming on and yucking it up and just laughing and talking about the cool stuff that you've done and that you're going to be doing. And I'm just happy to now have you in the phone whenever I need to have a place to crash in LA. I got a beautiful girlfriend that's from LA, so we'll be spending a bunch of time out in LA too.
Come on out, man.
So maybe we can plan some hangout
Let's
sessions,
plan it.
do some auditions,
Yeah, we need to get you auditioning.
Okay.
First of all, do you golf at all?
I love golf.
We got there's
Pretty
good golf
good at
out
golf.
there. Are you?
Yeah.
Like how good? Like you go fire off like a 75 or something.
3 handicap.
Oh, you're very good. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm anywhere from like a 73 to like an 80.
Yeah.
I mean, some guys are, especially as you're still going to shoot an 80 depending on where you're playing, how you're playing, how hungry, how hungover are you? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You just never know. But
How hard are you drinking
yes.
in the moment?
Well, the more I drink, a guy that truly a dear friend of mine has been on the show is John Daly. So it's hard to play golf with that guy and not booze up a little bit.
Right.
Have about 30 of those outlaw lights.
Oh yeah.
Just go out there and knock it around.
Play better. That's good. I'm more of a 80s to 90s kind of
It's still good.
guy. I keep it under 100.
There's a stat out there. I think if you can break 90, you're better than 80% of the world.
Really?
Something like
Oh,
that.
that's great.
Yeah.
Well, I can break 90. I don't do it all the time, but I can.
Yeah.
So if you're willing to play with it,
Keep up the pace. That's all you got to know how to do.
just keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't slow down.
If you're hitting for 8, we're taking too long.
That's exactly
We need
right.
to move on.
I'll par and then I'll triple bogey.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then I'll par. It's just not a lot of consistency
Yeah.
in my game. So maybe you can help me.
I got the new Tiger Woods hoodie.
I've noticed that. It looks good too.
Sunday Red. That's what they call this thing.
Is it?
Yep.
It's blue though.
It is. Tiger sent this to me personally and said, Pat, I need you to wear this on one of your shows. He did not say that, but I am.
But you are, yeah. He's gonna be calling you after that.
That's correct. The sales are about to jump.
Cut
through
to
the
go
roof.
crazy. He's like, you have Mancuso on that show?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you were wearing my hoodie?
Yeah. Platinum.
Yeah.
Is probably what this show will go. I don't know if that's a thing, but it will happen.
We're going to make it a thing.
Thanks for having me on. You must have been either desperate for a guest or just bored, and you're like, we need to fill some time. So let's get.
Yeah, I told Sam, I was like, Sam, we got to get some more juice on this show. So we got these country musicians and athletes and,
Boring. Yeah. No, we need to.
what's Mancuso doing?
What's he doing? He's got nothing to do.
Dude, I appreciate it. It's been fun.
That's been good, man. Thanks for having me. The great segment. Great with the questions. Good time.
Thank you.
Got it going.
And as always, I appreciate y'all tuning in every single Wednesday on YouTube, wherever you listen to your audio podcast. And don't forget the Red Bull games, the Rancher Strong games, and Cowtown Coliseum is coming up soon, June 7th. You'll see me hosting Atmosphere TV. Y'all tune in. As always, like, comment, subscribe, share, do whatever you got to do to be like a farmer.